I was avoiding posting this. So, an extremely controversial adult creator that we have spoken about on this channel before, Bonnie Blue, has announced her pregnancy.
I'm pregnant. I have been dying to tell you, but I have a job to do. I have people to wind up, and just because I'm pregnant, I'm not going to forget to rage bait. So just remember, when you watch the video, I'm still doing my job. I'm still Bonnie Blue, and yeah, but deep down, I am beyond excited, beyond grateful. I'm doing everything possible to make sure I'm healthy. I've been going for all the right checks.
To those that are saying, poor baby, this is my view. Whilst you sit on your sofa and you're waiting for your husband to come back because he pays your bills and you still haven't emptied the dishwasher, my life is very different because I enjoy pleasuring. So don't shame me for being the best feminist out there, for doing what I want, when I want, with my baby whilst pregnant. I'm a millionaire, I run my own business, and I do whatever I want, including doing your husband.
And, of course, the internet did what the internet always does best. It didn't just react, it exploded with this information. Because, sadly, for Bonnie Blue, this doesn't just feel like a personal milestone. This seems like another public controversy. And now, of course, people are asking a much bigger question. What happens when this really extreme online content collides with motherhood? I'm sure we don't need to go into it, but just to summarise it quickly, who is Bonnie Blue? She is an adult creator who rose to internet fame very quickly through highly explicit and highly controversial, deliberately provocative stunts and performances. She has built a name not just in the adult industry, but generally on social media. Most of her public persona has been tied to shock things, controversy, and what many brand as rage bait.
I know it can come across like I hate women, and that's honestly not the case at all. But I say many times, like, women are very easy to wind up at times, and they're the ones that spend more time on TikTok than their husbands. So if I'm using a platform like TikTok, I'm going to sometimes make my TikToks for women because I know they're going to complain about it, they're going to sit and watch it, and their husband is then going to hear it. So my videos, when I do the TikToks, even though it's aimed at women, it's aimed because I know the husband's going to hear about this one way or another.
Her posting is designed to spark debate, reactions, and just headlines, some of which have involved a petting zoo, getting arrested in Bali, a 1,000 men challenge. These include claims and content centered around provocative sexual activities and attention-driven challenges that do regularly circulate across social media. And whether people are engaging with her content out of curiosity, criticism, or support, one thing is so clear: she is not a subtle figure online. So her latest announcement is that she is pregnant.
I heard you say that you would engage in a full-blown gang even if you were pregnant. Now,
Yeah.
did you mean that fucking madness, or was that just a marketing shot or get your attention?
No, I honestly would. As long as it's safe for the baby and myself, 100% I would.
Come on.
I would.
No, come on. This is now we're going into fucking insane territory here. This is like the father and son sleeping with each other.
People love like pregnancy content.
Yeah, but what about your baby that's growing inside your belly?
That's what I mean. I'd have to have like a doctor, and I'd have to be checked before and afterwards. A bit like exercise.
That's not my
If
concern.
you want to do certain exercise, you have to check with the doctor to say, hey, is this okay? I'm pregnant. Mine would be the exact same.
And almost immediately the conversation has shifted, and I think rightly so. I do want to be very clear here. I don't want to be harsh towards adult performers, and the things I'm saying isn't towards adult performers, it's towards Bonnie Blue. I think there is a very clear distinction there. From what we have seen, Bonnie Blue is continuously doing things that I don't agree with, and that isn't that she's making adult content, it's the situations she's putting herself in, the message she is spreading, and I think it's a very different situation. But of course, the internet has reacted. It is reacting on the basis of what her online public identity is, which is often built on highly sexualized, highly controversial content. And of course, that is where the internet is kind of splitting into two categories. Some people are congratulating her and arguing that her public life and her private life are two very different things. But others are, of course, raising concerns.
Yes, I have a baby shower on Saturday. Next Saturday, and I'm inviting the public to turn my baby shower into a golden shower.
Why?
It's just fun. It's a twist on the baby shower. I'll be having sex with the people as well as, and it's going to be like a mixture of wholesome baby shower games, like the traditional trying different baby food, along with other fluids added in there.
Now I'm uncomfortable.
Not necessarily about her as a person, but I do think we can go into that in a minute, but about the environment surrounding the pregnancy. There has also been a lot of online speculation regarding this pregnancy, as historically she has lied about being pregnant and has used it as clickbait material.
No, I am not pregnant. Yes, I have hinted at it.
Bonnie Blue has admitted to lying about being pregnant, but the reason she's given for doing it is going to shock you.
Reason being is I'm going to use the media attention and the extra income I have had over the last few days because I want to pay for somebody's IVF journey.
However, this announcement does seem to be truthful. She has shared videos showing a very visible bump. People are still saying it's lies, but I don't think it is this time. So I think the main thing that's being discussed here isn't about her career as such, it's about the context and exposure that she gives herself. People are really questioning what it means for this child to be growing up in a digital environment where the parent's identity is very widely known online. Their conception of internet fame is tied to very explicit content and personal milestones that may then become public discourse. There are also then just ongoing conversations about ethics, how far a content creator is willing to push for fame, and whether there is a point that the cost of virality goes much further than just the individual. And I think that's where this starts to become a lot more complicated, because concern about the child's future exposure online definitely is not the same as attacking the child or the pregnancy in itself necessarily. But there has to be conversations around Bonnie's behaviour, including how she is now conducting herself in this pregnancy and really what her decisions mean for her baby's future.
Deep down, I am beyond excited, beyond grateful. I'm doing everything possible to make sure I'm healthy. I've been going for all the right checks. I have no other words other than I feel like the luckiest girl in the world, and I don't know what to say because it's hard. I still have a persona to somewhat keep up. I am pregnant and I am beyond excited, beyond happy, and the videos and the content you might see, it's done for a purpose. My bank account is very grateful for it, so it has a purpose, but just know, if it were just me and you, I would tell you very differently.
If you are new here, I do want to say, if you can, please subscribe down below. It really helps to grow the channel and I can make lots more videos like this. So please be sure to subscribe and join this little corner of the internet. So the thing that really pushed me into making this video is the latest controversy in this whole pregnancy scenario, and that was about the baby shower.
Today is my baby shower and it's going to be so special that it gets turned into a golden shower. Okay, so I'm going to hydrate this boy so hopefully I don't cause too much damage. I'm all about health and safety throughout pregnancy. And I'm going to make sure I stay super hydrated.
The situation has escalated further since Bonnie Blue has spoken about her upcoming baby shower. I think it might have actually taken place now, and the specific theme explicitly related to her adult work, the golden shower. She is inviting the public to urinate and have intimacy with her on a public scale in London.
Okay, so you're crying at home saying I'm doing damage, but I'm staying super hydrated today, and so are all these men, to keep me super healthy throughout my pregnancy.
This, of course, has sparked backlash, with critics arguing that sexualised performances and pregnancy milestones really should not overlap at all, especially in public figure ways. For some, they are asking, why haven't social services got involved?
The way a parent posts and behaves online be considered a safeguarding issue. I've been thinking about this all weekend. This weekend, I've been talking about Bonnie Blue, moral judgment, privilege, and safeguarding. Do you think that Bonnie Blue is an extreme example? It does make me think about your average everyday poster. including myself, and how much we should be held accountable in terms of what we share about our child, how we share it, how we behave. Our parents are creating a digital footprint that not only affects them, but may also affect their children in the future. Where does the right to a family life actually cross over into a safeguarding issue?
As this is allegedly putting a unborn baby into a pornographic environment. Bonnie has stated the fans have been included with the pregnancy from the start, so it only makes sense for them to see through the pregnancy. I would also worry, not even just from an ethical point of view, but a health one. I can't imagine the risks of infections, STIs, BV, and all of the potential risks she is putting her unborn baby in front of. It isn't just very inappropriate theme-wise, and just the whole scenario feels so wrong, but it is putting the baby at so much risk. I'm not a prude, and I'm not to say that you can't have kinks. It's definitely not one of mine, but people can like what they want to like, and that's fine. But this is now about a child, and Bonnie can do what Bonnie wants to do, and we don't have to agree with it. But at the end of the day, there is now a child involved, and that makes the conversation very different. The internet is split into two camps, one saying that this is concerning and widely inappropriate, which versus people just saying, look, this is Bonnie Blue and this is her performative outrage that we are used to her doing.
Bonnie Blue, she's pregnant right now and she's doing a baby shower. And to celebrate her baby shower, she's inviting men to a public event where they can come piss on her. Golden shower to celebrate her baby, okay? She's also gonna be having sex with these men at the event. I do not believe this girl is really doing all of this stuff. I believe it's rage bait, right? Because back in my day, when you said you was doing something, we need evidence.
I don't not believe that, though.
You think she really doing it?
She fucked 1,000 niggas.
I don't even think she did that.
I wouldn't even let my baby daddy piss on me, let alone 100 niggas pulling up and pissing on me. That's crazy.
And I don't like to judge people what they do for a living.
However, though, in some situations, bitch, we just start throwing stones at hoes.
Shame.
After she dropped the baby, of course.
Shame.
But I think it is really important to separate a few things here. Adult content work exists on a very broad spectrum, and it isn't inherently immoral or harmful. But what is being debated is a lot more specific. The ethics of extreme attention-driven performances and how that is now going to intersect with real life consequences, because when the content is built on shock and escalation, there are usually ripple effects that go far beyond just the screen, and those ripple effects are what people are reacting to right now. I think the difference as well with Bonnie Blue and just other adult stars is the public large-scale extent of these stunts that she is doing. At the moment, I wouldn't say there isn't exactly a clear answer. I have my opinions. I would be worried about, from a health point of view, the safety there. Ethically, I think it is such muddy waters. I don't know where it stands on a child point of view. Don't know if social services would try and get involved with something like this. That is speculation. There is no fact there, and I don't want to be the one to say that social services need to be called, because that is not my place. And again, don't really want to say anything too straight, but people are just seeing this as Bonnie Blue rage bait, and I just find this really difficult to divulge and sit back on. With my content, I do try to be really open-minded, or I try to give it from all different angles. And with Bonnie Blue before, I have said I think she is a very intelligent woman. I think she knows what she is doing, which is again why I think she's doing this event. She knows the outrage it's going to cause, and she's not stupid with that. But at the same time, it is making me very uncomfortable now that there are children involved. I think there is a very key thing of, you know, not every adult deserves to have children, but every child deserves to have a good parent. And I fear that this isn't the case. Adult content is what it is, and I don't think you should be stopped from having children. Like I said, I wouldn't shun someone for that, and I definitely wouldn't, you know, it's someone's choice. That's what it is, and I don't think that should stop you having children. And kind of the conversation of, oh, but what about when your kids grow up? Like, I don't think that's as clear cut as people make it out to be. However, Bonnie Blue is a completely different kettle of fish, and I think we can cast some criticism there and genuine concern because it is so extreme. I worry about what it shows for young people. I worry about it consistently setting new boundaries and extremes, and what that's going to mean for future content creators and people putting themselves in these situations more and more and more. And then of course the outcome of that and what that means for the children and the people on the receiving end. I would love to know your thoughts down below. I wasn't too sure whether or not to cover this kind of the whole Bonnie Blue update thing. I'll be honest, since I saw her pregnancy, I wasn't going to cover it. I then saw the golden shower and it made me really angry and really upset to hear about it. So I did want to cover it, and I have covered her before, so I think it's just a bit of an update on what's happening. I try not to stay too closely updated with her anymore because I just don't want to take in that information. I think it's really awful and dangerous, and as you'd have seen in other videos, I have spoken about it before, my thoughts. And yeah, but let me know what you guys think down below. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to like this video and subscribe down below. I am making a new video every day of July, so be sure to be subscribed so you get to see all of them. And do let me know any videos you might want to see. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.